Suicide X, a multi-height mutant from New Orleans, Louisiana. Codenamed the villain superhero, well known for his content and soon to be much more, so make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to see videos like the one you're about to see next. Stay tuned.
Welcome back, everybody. It's me, it's the real ZJE313, and I'm back once again with another NBA 2K25 video. Now in this video, this is another build video. This is my Swiss Army knife, but it's not the shooting guard. This is the small forward that I did end up referring to within the first Swiss Army knife build video. So this is just like a different version of it, basically. Wasn't really intended to be a lockdown. It was more of like an all-around type of quote-unquote big man. This was the first quote-unquote big man that I ended up making due to the type of stats that I have up on my rebounding and things of that sort. But let's go ahead and just get straight into it. Starting off with the finishing. Now with the finishing, I do have a 77 close shot. Now the close shot, yes, it does end up giving me certain badges such as like the hook specialist, I believe, and things like that, just stuff to score around the rim. Now yes, I do have the ability to score around the rim with the 77 close shot, but it's something that I wasn't really too much worried about like that. Yes, I did need it to be some sort of high so I can like efficiently score within close to the goal, but I wasn't too much worried about it. Now moving on to the 80 driving layup. Now that I'm thinking back to it, I probably could have went a little lower because there is only one layup that I really rock with for like taller builds and things of that sort, and that's the Zion Williamson layup package. Now that layup package, it's crazy. So far it's like my favorite one for taller builds, and this build is 6'10". So with that being the case, yeah, I personally feel like if you were to go ahead and remake this build, you could probably just go ahead and put the driving layup on like a 70, maybe a 71, but I did end up going on 80 for my driving layup. Moving on to the driving dunk. Now for the driving dunk, I did end up going 87. I personally have had like an amazing experience within having my driving dunk at a 87. You are able to get contact dunks. You get a lot of pretty good dunk packages and things like that, and you get some pretty good badges as well. I believe you get like Area Wizard Gold, and you end up getting Posterizer on Silver and things like that. Now moving on to the standing dunk. Didn't really have it too high, didn't really have it too low. It's kind of like in the median of where I wanted it to be at a 57. Now having the standing dunk at the 57, it does work because since you are taller, you will still be able to dunk off of standing. Maybe it's not all the time, maybe it's not as efficient as you want. No, you cannot meter dunk with this. For the standing, you could attempt to, but you're not going to get too many well results, but you still can do it. But standing dunk 57, that's as well as I liked it, basically. Moving on to the post control. Now my post control is at a 79. Now with my post control being at a 79, I was able to get gold post fade phenom. Now I occasionally use it. I'm not too much of a fan of the post fade in this year. It's decent. It's not like the game has been patched so many different times. You don't really know what is useful anymore. I can hardly even shoot on this game anymore. Like the game in general is just very depressing. Like definitely. But 79 post control, post fade phenom on gold. If you max +1, you can get it to a Hall of Fame. Things like that. And then you still have a lot of space left, so you could go ahead and add any of your cap breakers on there if you wanted to do that. Moving on to the shooting. Now my mid-range, I have that at an 87. Now me having this at an 87, I do end up getting what would it be? I do end up getting like set shot specialist on Silver and a lot of other shooting badges within Silver, like shifty shooter, so I can go ahead and fade, things like that. All the majority of the shooting badges on Silver. We only have a 80 on the 3-point shot. Can you still shoot from the 3? Of course you can. You definitely can. But we only have an 80 on this 3-point shot, so we can end up, being as efficient as we could be on the 3-point line. Now our free throw is pretty low, but it's still like a lot higher than I would have wanted it to be at a 69. So with the free throw being at a 69 like this, okay, yes, you can still shoot free throws if you were to go ahead and bring this build to the rec. I wasn't really intending on bringing this to the rec. This was more of like, okay, if I'm playing at the park, I would rather this be a 2-guard build, but it's fine. Us being 6'10", it's fine with this small forward. Moving on to the playmaking, our pass accuracy is at a 75. Now, with our pass accuracy being at a 75, we do end up getting silver, dimer, and like some other good like playmaking things like that, basically. But that's the main thing I can think of: silver, dimer, and things like that. Other than that, moving on to our ball handle. Now, our ball handle is pretty high to say that we're on a small forward, but 6'10" small forwards are pretty broken. I didn't build it to be like as broke as what I could have done, but I did build it to the best of the capabilities for my play style. And with that being the case, our ball handle is at a 78. I wish I could have like really toyed around with this build a lot more, so I could have put this to like an 80, and no, I don't have any type of space left, so I cannot upgrade my ball handle any higher than a 78. But it's all right because our speed with ball is at a 71, and that will help us in a lot of scenarios. Do you still have the ability to dribble on this build? Yes, you do. As long as you have the proper signature animations within like on this build, you can still do what you need to do. You can still dribble. I do not prefer you to dribble directly in front of a guard with a 90-something steal or a 80-something steal. That's just common sense. That's not something that you need to do. Now let's go ahead and get straight into the defense. Our interior defense is a 74. You really do have the ability to stop in the paint, as well as like since you have the defensive badges for the paint, like paint patroller and stuff like that, you will be able to max +1 that to, I want to say, maybe like silver or gold. You have the ability to stop as long as you have common sense to know when to and when not to do things, when to jump, when not to, and when to jump. You have the defense for it. But some of my favorite parts of this build is this perimeter defense. Now we do have this at an 83. You do get some pretty good defensive badges. Besides from Challenger being at silver, I mean, Challenger doesn't really serve a purpose. The contest is broke. Honestly, it's broken. But moving on to steel, the 79 steel, you do end up getting interceptor and glove at a silver. Now, if you do go ahead and max +1 this, you can go directly to gold, and that's what I prefer to do, at least for interceptor. At least. Glove, yeah, that's cool, but you don't get too many on-ball steals if you don't have like a 96, 99, steal, but it's perfectly fine. Moving on to the block. Our block is at an 84. Now, with our block being at an 84, yes, we still go ahead and get those badges to help us in the paint, such as the silver paint patroller, like I was talking about, silver chase down, and things like that, basically. And moving on to our rebounding. Now, this is what I was talking about when I was referring to, this not really being too much of a big man for real. But you can still get you can get a lot of rebounds on this build, honestly. You can get a lot of rebounds on this build. The offensive rebound is a 69, and our defensive rebound is at an 80. Now, the 80 rebound is really going to help us. Now, our rebound chaser is only at a silver, but max +1 that. Depending on whatever situation you need to do it in, it'll go to gold, basically. So with that being the case, that's our rebounding. You can get a lot of rebounds on this build. It does occasionally have the ability to match up against players with the higher rebounding, but it just depends on how you end up getting that box out. Our box out beast is on silver, so it just depends on how you end up, going about that play style. When it goes into our physicals, the speed is at an 80. Our speed is at an 80. Our agility is at 76. Our strength is at a 73. And our vertical is at a 75. Now, with all four of those things going to play, we are as fast as we could be on offense and defense. We do have the strength this high so we can end up getting strong handle on gold. Now if you do end up getting a guard on you, that's mainly the issue for, no, not issue, that's the main reason for me having my strength this high on this build, since it's kind of like more of an isolation or role player type of build. But yeah, with us having strong handle on gold like this, yeah, all I have to do is do a strong handle move and then I'm straight to the goal, or it opens up space for somebody else to have an open shot, an open lane, anything. It just opens up the ability to score. The vertical being this high, this goes ahead and helps us get more dunks. This does also go ahead and help us get more rebounds. Vertical does help rebounds. I don't care what anybody tells you, vertical does help get rebounds. But with that being the case, yes, if you make this build exactly this way, the exact same way, the exact same attributes, you will get the exact same badges in the exact same name of a Swiss Army knife. Now, I like this build. I really do, especially with this being a small forward. I'm a fan of the 610s. I want to go ahead and make another one like similar to this. Definitely want to try it, see how it goes. But I do like this build. I don't really like the game and how the game plays after all of this, the patches and things like that. But hopefully when season 3 does come around, I want to say like next week now, I hope everything does end up getting like playable again. But other than that, make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe, and turn on all post notifications so you can be the first to see each and every single one of these videos on this channel and things like that. I hope every single one of y'all enjoyed this video. I hope y'all are staying tuned for every single one with the post notifications on. Turn on all, make sure it's not off or it's not on personalized. Make sure it is on all so you can be the first, like I said, to see each and every single one of these videos. Now with that being the case, the video is coming to an end and I will go ahead and catch y'all in the next one.
Just clap your hands like this.